okay, is The Walking Dead, which just came back for season 2, just got renewed for a season 3.
Seriously?
Yeah, only 2 episodes aired, and they already got renewed for a 3rd season after the whole Frank Darabont debacle. So do you think this is just jumping the gun? It's a little premature? Or what?
AMC puts out great shows. And so for them to jump the gun on making another season, I think that's normally smart for them. You can assume that something great will come from AMC. Though, this is one of their only shows that actually has source material, and they are stepping away from it. So that could potentially hurt them later on down this series.
That is a very good point. But should they...
Very good point, Josh.
Thank you.
Should they continue to deviate from the comic, or do you think they should skew a little closer to the material?
I think they deviated as far as they're going to deviate, honestly. Like, zombies are, there's some kind of a weird sciencey thing, and they never really had a...
Fucking love weird science.
Right?
Real Genius was the better one.
Weird science.
It is a weird sciencey thing. It's true. It's true. And they've already deterred from the original comic, because the comics, it was like a supernatural thing. Nobody really knew. Nobody cared. It wasn't like, we need to figure out what this is. It was like, we need to fucking survive. Like, that's what it was.
Yes, it was more about the people surviving than
because the title of The Walking Dead, no spoilers, is supposed to not just be about the zombies, but about the people. Like, they're just living in this weird, like, nebulous space where they don't have a life, they can't live these lives, they can't do what they want to do because they're the Walking Dead.
We are the Walking Dead!
Cupcheck in the chat says Walking Dead will be the new CSI with zombies. Will run for 10 to 15 seasons.
So does that mean
In
we're
3
going to
different
see
cities?
Walking Dead Alaska and Walking Dead Miami?
Yeah.
I would totally rock some Walking Dead Miami. Walking Dead Pittsburgh. I'd watch a shit out of that.
I think that would just be people walking around in Pittsburgh.
It's true.
They wouldn't be zombies.
Yeah,
they
or
would just
Delaware.
be Pittsburghanites, because
Like-
that's what they're called.
Well, the last episode, I think, was the first episode where there was the least amount of zombies that we've seen on screen.
Did you count them?
Huh?
You counted them?
Well, I was paying attention to the time that they spent on screen.
Oh, okay.
But it was still a captivating episode because it really concentrated on the characters and the drama there. So I think that they still have a large realm of ideas that they can do, whether it be to the source material or not, and they will be fine, and the 3rd season is a good idea.
As long as The Talking Dead comes back for a 3rd season, I'm okay with that. I just want that talk show, that incredibly original talk show that Chris Hardwick works on, to come back every season.
I think I know the guy who originally came up with that.
I do too, but let's not talk about that.
I just hope that it doesn't end up like a lot of other shows where it just keeps going on and on.
The Talking Dead, it already has. Oh, you mean Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead, because I want a good closure for like sheriff guy, hillbilly lady,
I'm glad you've dedicated the names.
crossbow guy, and little
Norman
boy.
Reedus?
And little boy.
Everybody wants to know what happens when a boondock
is
saint
Asian
takes
guy
out a
still
zombie.
there?
Yes, the guy who looks like Grant Imahar is still there.
Yes, I don't know who that is, but yes.
With how long that the comics have been running, do we think that will actually be a closure in like 6 seasons? Do you think that there can actually be a decent ending?
There's an old urban legend, and it goes back as far as like Mary Tyler Moore, where when you pitch a show to a network, you have to have 5 years in your head. You have to like pitch them 5 years. Like, this is exactly where the show's going in 5 years. Obviously, Lindelof and Hughes didn't do that with Lost, because they kind of made shit up as they went.
I don't think they did that with Wonder Woman either.
The old Wonder Woman, Linda Carter?
No, the new one that never got aired.
Oh, well, yeah, no, they didn't have an idea. I think they had an idea. I think Carrie Yules is going to end up being her dad or something. I don't know. I don't know. As you wish. But I think that what they were going to do was, in this, I think they're just going to kind of like tell these people's stories, and then after a while, they're just going to start killing people off. Because that's why I love the book so much, is no one is safe. Not a single person is safe.
So it's like 4chan.
I don't know what that is either.
Exactly like 4chan.
Is that a Tumblr? It's a Tumblr, right? You crazy hipsters in your technology.
4chan Tumblr, yeah.